Veterans still in uniform is hilarious, by the way. He meant active duty personnel, but speaking of active duty personnel, here's the most amount of pro-military you're ever gonna see from me.
All the men who are cruel and evil to me are gonna die soon. Every time I meditate, God loves me a little more. No one from my school remembers me. Feminism is working. I will die in a very chill way. All the men who are cruel and evil to me are gonna die.
This is a psyop. Resist, brothers. FT Brad making e-girls. I love Raytheon. Yeah, me too. It's crazy. I'm beginning to look at Raytheon in a much more favorable way. I am pro-American military and imperialism now.
The Democrats want to pass this bill to empower Democrat operatives, people that they've hired, people that they put in their administrations. They want to make sure those Democrat operatives are there to be able to undermine the next Republican president of the United States. That should not be a federal law. And as a business owner, I'm telling you, it's so important to be able to fire people in your company that aren't doing a good job. And it should be no different for any president. The executive branch must be able to have people working there that can be terminated. Everyone knows the movie Pirates of the Caribbean, and on the Black Pearl, it's the second one, it has pirates on the ship that become part of the ship walls. Effectively, that's what HR 302 is doing.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, it's just like that. You're right. Thank you. Marjorie Taylor Greene is in many ways the perfect representation of, like, it's a manifestation of like the most idiotic American that is like a politics understander. But now she's in Congress. I love that.
Preventing a Patronage System Act will make employees in the executive branch just that, part of the building walls, making it impossible to get rid of them. So for this reason, I oppose this bill, and I urge my colleagues to vote against it, and I yield back the balance of my time.
She is a perfect representation. This is democracy in many ways, folks. When a fucking idiot like Marjorie Taylor Greene is in a position of power, I mean, she does reflect the attitudes of the people on the ground perfectly. Oh, someone said Americans will. Oh, dude, I didn't want to do this to you guys. Trigger warning. This is the absolute worst thing you will ever see. Okay. This is like the what is it called? The Israeli Cry and Shoot, but the American version. It's an old movie. I had never seen this. It took me probably around like 5 to 6 minutes to watch this 1 minute and 30-second video because I had to pause and throw up numerous times throughout this entire process. I'm telling you right now, this was a TV show or a movie. It's an award-winning TV show from 2017. I'm telling you right now, this is going to give you brain disease. It's just try to laugh at how fucking bad it is, okay? It's literally like a sketch. Like, it's sketch comedy. There's only two ways to interpret this. Like, it's either immediately going to captivate you and capture your brain, and you're going to have permanent brain disease, permanent brain damage, or you're going to laugh at it because it's like the most laughable, hilarious fucking sketch you've ever seen. Okay? I said it already. I'm edging you too much. No, this is so bad. do you mean? What do you mean? Look what you made me do. Like, what are you doing? And like after watching Platoon, this blows my mind further because it's like this is the exact opposite of that movie where it's literally trying to justify the cruelty that these people are engaging in. And it's built like a Darman bit, dude. Oh man, three generations I just killed. Oh no, it's so fucked up. It's like, bro, you didn't have to pull the trigger. You didn't have to go there, you know? No, it's not a fucking joke. When you turn me down. These people use their kids. They're the real villains, man. Not us. Not us. I had to kill those children. They're using their kids.
Who does that?
Who does that? They've made me into a killer.
We don't do this. These people use their kids.
Dog, you're 17. What do you mean we don't do this? Like, you're the kid, dumbass. You're literally the kid. And guess what? You're in their fucking backyard. You're in their backyard shooting at their fucking entire lineage, dude. What do you mean? They're just living there. Of course they're going to fucking fight back. Of course they're going to shoot back at you. Even though this is obviously not a real situation. And the real shit is way more gruesome and way worse. Is Real the movie? Yeah, I mean, this is written like IDF propaganda. I've seen this in so many situations. Like, I've seen the real life example of this from IDF. I've heard this exact statement from IDF PR so many times.
Who does that? Oh, they made me into a killer. They're happy.
I hope they're happy. They're dead, bro. What do you mean? You killed them, dog. I hope they're happy. Killed them, you fucking idiot. What the fuck? I love this. I mean, it's so bad. What actually happens is they target practice on some kids playing outside and giggle about it and say they were planting a roadside bomb. I think the funniest part about this is that, like, the funniest part about this, I think, is the fact that this music is playing in the background. Look up how many soldiers died in Iraq and Afghanistan versus committed suicide. The number is like 10K to 120K. Yeah. Dude, this is such, like, awful. Oh, no. Hope this happens to him. Stop. Stop. Dude, the amount of times I fucking spanked my monkey to this, you have no idea, okay? Like, calluses in these hands have formed as a consequence of this video. Do you understand? You do not understand. Like, I beat so much meat to that. Why have we all seen it? Because Pornhub is incredibly popular, okay? And they have the capacity to literally, like, make a gigantic cultural impact. Thanks for supporting trafficking. Yeah, remember when she was trafficked? Oh, wait, this is literally the backstory of her willingly having sex with someone, and then, while her fucking husband is trafficked by the DOD, overseas. I saw the porn before I heard the context. Yeah. The inspiration for the Jarhead bit? No, the backstory is that this girl fucked some dude, I think. What the fuck? I've never seen it for real. This girl fucked, like, I forget what the fucking company, what the brand is. Some fucking porn studio or whatever. She went and did porn with the studio. And in the porn, they ask her, like, oh, what's going on? Like, what's happening behind you? Like, what's your backstory? And she basically was like, oh, yeah, my husband or my boyfriend. I think it was my husband. Yeah, she made a porn movie as soon as he left. She was in the same clothes that she is here in this photo. We were opening the GDP Pandora's box. Did they do trafficking? The studio, they got jail time for trafficking? Oh, shit. My bad. I didn't know that. I mean, yeah, they're fucking bullshit. That's bullshit. If they're engaging in predatory practices, that's really fucked up. I don't think this was one of those instances, though, but because she did continue to do it. Not to disappoint you, but the guy on the pig is her brother or something. It was debunked. Oh, you're ruining this for me right now. You're ruining it so hard. No, she did multiple porns with them after. Like, she popped off. But they might have done some fucked up shit to other people for sure. Yeah, there is, once again, there's a lot of fucking unethical bullshit that happens in every industry. There's a lot of unethical bullshit that happens in every single fucking industry. Backtrack. Dude, you act like I don't fucking agree that, like, unethical and horrifying things and exploitative things happen in porn at all. No, you're just a fucking dumbass swerf who saw other swerfs on fucking TikTok and Twitter that made you feel like that. That's not a backtrack. I have routinely, time and time again, talked about it. After all, one of the main things that I popped off for in the past fucking 2 months was literally ripping into Andrew Tate for doing grooming and trafficking of sex workers. What happened then? Was that a backtrack? That did just happen? No. Like, if I learn new information, I'm not going to fucking sit there and defend it. Backtrack to that guy is learning and changing from exposure to new information. Yeah, exactly. I should, what I should do instead is be like, nah, they're actually fucking sick, and defend them? Is that what you want? A girl that did a vid with GDP said that they would only release it on DVD overseas, and it was all over Pornhub in no time. Yeah. Bad faith piece of shit swerves. Yeah, no, that is exactly what it is. They literally are like, no, their position is this, okay? Their position is this. Their position is like that they don't support any of the porn because trafficking happens in porn. So if you ever are caught defending any sort of like porn or whatsoever, defending any sort of sex worker whatsoever, that means you're automatically bad because all porn is inherently exploitative and all porn is rape and, they will fucking ram it down your throat nonstop. Yeah, of course there's predatory and exploitative. Of course, there are predatory and exploitative fucking practices in every industry and in porn as well. Of course, there is sex trafficking that happens in porn as well. So there's sex trafficking and rape and other coercive practices that these companies engage in. And that's really fucked up. I had a swerve go after my friend for their own porn they created. Yes, dude. Yes, they do it all the time. Remember when the swerves fucking yelled at my friend who's a fucking stripper and like denied her of her own autonomy? Ironically, those are the same people posting on Elmer's glue tip mode, but they're horny to do gotchas to these people instead. Yeah. Prostitution is not real work. Man, that is incredible. What an incredible take. No, totally. Listen, bro, just because you do it for free doesn't mean other people can't get paid to do it. That's a highly specialized kind of work, in my opinion. How the fuck do we go from kids dying in the middle of the East to the ethics of internet porn? Well, this photo captures all of that perfectly. Yeah, just because nobody wants to see you get fucked doesn't mean that, it's not real work, okay? Yeah, the photo is the missing link between the ethics of internet porn and also the ethics of the Department of Defense. Sitting there post nut all covered in it, watching the video still on my screen. Oh man, this is basically prostitution. Women can choose porn because they have already achieved equality in society, so porn isn't exploitative. I'm HasanAbi, a brain genius. That's really cool. Instead of doing that, why didn't you ask me what my actual position is? Something that I've talked about a lot, which is that all work is inherently exploitative under capitalism. If you abolish capitalism, why do you think sex work would be automatically abolished as well? Are there plenty of people who are incredibly vulnerable, who are groomed into this, who are trafficked into this? Absolutely. Okay. Technically, there is not a singular fucking industry that has a 100% clearance rate on non-coercive and non-exploited workers. You understand that, right? Everything is still voluntary. You could say that. You could say that you chose to work at the fucking McDonald's that you're working at. Anyway, when people choose to get blown up in Iraq, it's true. Yeah, no, there's a lot of predatory practices within the Department of Defense's recruitment strategies. However, let's be real. Porn, ultimately, the output of porn, usually, okay, unless you're like a brain broken Zoomer who can't stop jerking off or some shit, porn overall provides a service and is overall a good in the world. The Department of Defense, not as much, okay? Police force, not as much. Yeah, porn never bombed a fucking school, baby. Neolib swears will call for people making porn to be executed for being in a predatory industry, but turn around and say Boeing did nothing wrong when they destroyed evidence that their manufacturing defect was crashing 737s and instead let people continue to die by the hundreds. I've been watching you a lot on YouTube recently. I don't understand why you get canceled all the time. You just speak your opinion. Nothing wrong with that. Well, there is something wrong with that. When I speak my opinion, some people are like, hey, I don't like that. But they can't just say, hey, I don't like that, and that's wrong. And oftentimes they can't literally fucking cut a decent argument as to why I'm wrong. Okay? So they have to make shit up and get other people to also be like, that's wrong, actually. You shouldn't feel good about watching that. And that's where it comes from. Rightoids are so obsessed with the porn addictions. It's weird. Yeah, because they probably are addicted, dude. That's what it is.